Let me ask you a question. Are you tired of chasing money in areas that don't bring you joy? Do you ever feel like you are just spinning your wheels trying to make a living in something you're not passionate about? If so, you are not alone. In fact, this is one of the biggest traps people fall into. But today we are going to change that forever. Here's the truth. Every single person on this planet has a unique talent, a special gift if you want. But so many people bury their talents, focusing instead on what they think will make them money, often in areas where they have no natural ability whatsoever. This, my friend, is dead-end path. But what if I told you there is a way out? A way to not only discover your true talent, but also to use it to create wealth and live a life that feels deeply satisfying. Today I'm going to give you a step-by-step plan to do just that. Let's dive in. The problem most people face isn't that they lack talent, it's that they don't focus on what they're naturally good at. And even if they do focus on that, they often direct their energy toward the wrong things. They're trying to make money doing something just because it seems profitable, not because it aligns with their strengths. I've seen it time and time again, people struggling to make a living in areas where they're just not talented. Now you might be wondering, yeah, well, it's all good, but how do I figure out what I'm really good at? Don't worry, I've got you covered here. We are going to walk through a process that's simple but incredibly effective. First, grab a pen and paper, because we are about to get personal. Personal between you and that piece of paper. I want you to write down 3 lists. Ready? Alright, here we go. List number 1. What do you want to have in your life? Be honest, this is just between you and the page, and no one else is going to see that. List 2. Who do you want to be? What kind of person do you aspire to become? Write it down. List 3. What do you want to do? What activities light you up and make time fly? Now pause the video until you are done. Now here's the key. Once you've made these lists, set the first 2 aside for a moment. We are going to focus on that 3rd list, what you want to do. This is where the magic happens. Next, it's time to validate what you have written. Ask your close friend and family member what they think you are really good at. Make a list of their responses. Then make a list of what you believe you are good at. Finally, gather any awards, certificates, or recognitions you've received and think about what they were for. When you combine these 3 lists, you'll start to see a pattern, a clear picture of where your true talent lies. But we're not stopping there. We are talking about making money, remember? So now that you've identified what you are good at, the next step is to figure out how you can monetize that. Now ask yourself, what do people need that align with what I love and what I'm good at? Let me give you an example. Maybe you love, I don't know, let's say snowboarding, and you are really good at it. But here is the thing. People don't need you to snowboard. They need you to teach them how to snowboard like you do. That's where the opportunity lies. That's where the money is coming. It's about matching your talent with the real need in the market. Now that I've got your 3 big lists, let's go deeper. I want you to write down, what do you think about during every spare minute? What are you constantly trying to improve in your life? These are the clues that will lead you to where your true talents, your income potential really are. But wait, before you rush off to start a new business or quit your job, I want you to remember something critical. Any business idea or income stream is just a hypothesis. That's right, it is an experiment. And like any good experiment, it is okay if it doesn't work out exactly as planned. The key is to approach your ideas with an open mind, test them out and be willing to pivot if necessary. Too often people get stuck because their ego won't let them admit when something isn't working. They keep pouring time and money into a failing venture because they don't want to admit defeat. But here's the thing, admitting when something isn't working is not a defeat, it's a wisdom. It's how you minimize losses and find what truly works for you. So what happens when your hypothesis is correct? When the numbers start adding up and you realize you are on the right path, what do you do then? That's when you double down. Focus all your energy on what you are good at and what brings you the most money. That's how you become successful and yes, wealthy while doing something that you love. Now let's talk about happiness because ultimately that's what we are all after. You might know someone who has tried a dozen different businesses and still isn't satisfied, while another person has been happily running a small family business for years. The difference isn't about who's more successful, it's about who's happier. Success isn't just about the size of your bank account, it's about the size of your joy. If you find happiness in what you do, then you are already ahead. I've met many wealthy people who weren't happy, but I've never met a happy person who considered themselves unsuccessful. So whether you're still searching for your passion or you found it in a small, steady business, remember this. The goal is happiness. If you're happy, you are successful, and everything else is just a bonus. Remember, the journey is just as important as the destination, and every step you take brings you closer to living a life you love. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Don't forget to share your thoughts or questions in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.